All a sport is really just a game with some promotion. In my opinion, Adventures in Cardboard is one of the best possible games, but it has basically zero promotion. My goal in creating this YouTube channel and uploading for the entire summer was to promote the camp, but more broadly, the game itself. Dominion is the next level that AIC can be taken to, both in terms of game and promotion. The core idea of Dominion League is to maximize everything already exciting about the game of AIC and take it to that next level. This includes increasing the complexity of the rules for combat, magic, and buildings, increasing the level of the average player, both in skill and gear, and a superior coordination due to a smaller team size and more experienced players, while also having the most interesting environment pieces like castles and trails, and waging the most interesting type of battles like castle sieges and line battles. But then at the same time, making it more accessible to a wider audience by carefully controlling the filming environment so that the event lends itself more easily to be turned into promotional content. This promotional content would not only promote the idea of the Dominion League event itself, but also the idea of having well-coordinated teams and the possibility for those teams to use high-level tactics and strategy, and to have those strategies recorded and publicly explained. I think the event is going to be a smash hit, but the question really is how well will the promotional content around the event go? My plan is to essentially steal from several other sports that I've watched throughout the years in terms of what sorts of things they do for their sports and how they promote their events. The way I plan to do this is by recording just as much as possible from as many different perspectives as possible during the actual 3-hour event. But then taking home that several gigabyte, amount of footage and then turning that in to a ton of much higher quality edited content for YouTube. The videos of the actual games themselves will obviously be extremely highly edited from multiple different perspectives and perhaps include some post-event commentary. But even before the games at the event actually take place, I would love to record introductory content for the actual players themselves, but then also the teams the players form into. The purpose of this is to familiarize all of the audience with the players and give them someone to root for in the coming games. I also would really like to be able to capture some footage of the teams explaining and discussing their high-level strategies before each game takes place. So at the start of the event, and the first videos to come out would be introducing all of the players and both of the teams, and then before each actual game from the event, because we do multiple games in the event, there would be a strategy discussion that would be its own separate video that would talk about how each team wants the game to go, what they think their potential advantages are, and how they plan to leverage them in the coming game. And lastly, I'd really like to have some footage of all of the players actually discussing how they think the event went and possible future changes. I think, well, on a personal level, I think an extremely high-level mage Dominion League event where there's tons and tons of really complex magic, lots of arcane area of effect spells and ritual spells and summoning spells, all sorts of things like that could be a possibility. But maybe we discover from this event that it doesn't really work at all. And so we have a learning experience and we change our expectations going forward. But the way that happens is by us having a discussion and then putting it out online where people can comment on it, give their thoughts and opinions, what they would like to see, what they don't want to see, and just, I think some of the most interesting footage will be all of the players' take on how the event actually went and what thoughts all of them have about it, and what sort of future they might see for the sport. And then after the event itself, I'm totally able to make tons of different analysis videos and look into specific strategies or specific circumstances or even different very niche battles or moments that happened. I can slow them down, rewatch all the footage, and give my explanation about why something was cool, what happened, how it happened, what the players were thinking, all sorts of different stuff like that. Could also definitely be a possibility. The purpose of the promotional content is many-fold. The first purpose is to promote the players, to give the audience someone to root for, but also to promote both AIC as an event and a game type, and Dominion League as a potential for actual events that people could go to. But more than that, it's promoting high-level strategy and high-level competition for the wider audience to see these high-level strategies and to incorporate them into their own game and advance the overall level of competition for the entirety of the sport. If the post-event analysis videos go well enough, hopefully just normal AIC goers could watch some of this content and consider incorporating certain strategies or tactics into their own game as a part of their normal AIC routine. This is basically where the highest potential of Dominion League lies. It is experimenting in a finite, closed setting to advance the level of AIC as a whole. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm doing a live stream at 8 p.m. tonight where we literally write the rule book on Dominion League. So if you'd like a part in writing all the rules, 8 p.m. I'm gonna have a public Google Doc and I'll just be sitting at a computer writing out every single rule. So yeah.